Archaeologists discovered prehistoric human skeleton in ancient Mexico cave threatened by terrain. Prehistoric human skeletons have been found in a cave system that was flooded at the end of the last ice age 8,000 years ago, according to a cave diving archaeologist on Mexico's Caribbean coast. Archaeologist Octavio Del Rio said he and fellow scuba diver Peter Broger saw crushed skulls and skeletons partly covered in sediment in a cave near where the Mexican government planned to take a high-speed tourist train through a jungle of buildings. Given the distance from the cave entrance, the skeleton would have been impossible to get there without modern diving equipment. So it must be more than 8,000 years old, Del Rio said, referring to the time rising sea levels inundated the cave. He said the skeleton was about 8 meters underwater, about half a kilometer. Several inland cave systems, North America's oldest human remains, have been found in caves called cenotes on the country's Caribbean coast, and experts say some of these caves are under threat from Mexico's government Maya train tourism project. Del Rio, who has worked on projects with the National Institute of Anthropology and History in the past, said the institute about the discovery. The institute did not immediately respond to questions about whether it intended to study the site. However, Del Rio said Tuesday the institute's archaeologist Carmen Rojas told him the site had been registered and was being studied by the Quintana Roo Institute's Holocene Archaeology project. He asserted that the cave, whose location did not reveal for fear of being looted or disturbed, is close to where the government cleared part of the forest to lay the railroad tracks, and its construction caused it to collapse, become contaminated, or could be closed off by the buildings, projects, and further development. More research needs to be done to interpret the findings correctly, Del Rio said, noting that some sort of photographic research and some sort of collection will be needed to determine exactly how old the skeleton is. Activists say the high-speed heavy-duty rail project will speed through the coastal forest, often crossing fragile limestone caves that can take decades to explore as they are flooded, twisty, and often incredibly narrow. The caves along this section of the coast have been damaged by construction work on them, using piles of cement to support their weight above them. The 1,500-kilometer Maya railway is planned to run in a rough circle around the Yucatan Peninsula, connecting seaside resorts and archaeological sites. The most controversial route cuts a swath of more than 110 kilometers through the jungle between the resort towns of Cancun and Tulum. Del Rio said the route through the forest had to be abandoned and the train built as originally planned over the already affected coastal highway between Cancun and Tulum. Thanks.